Hi there, guys. It's your boy Dashiki Dash right here on A Dash of the Gunners, and this is where I talk about all things Arsenal-related, hot topics and trending stories. And on today's show, it's all about the big game on Sunday, Arsenal versus Man United. And I tell you what, man, this for me is still a big rivalry. Despite what you might think about Man United, they're in the mud, banner club, all of this, rare tete, Man U, all of that. Despite all of that, it's still a big rivalry. We've got to beat them. We've got to win. And I'm going to be going through the match game preview, talking about like how I'm feeling about the teams going into this game. Arsenal obviously coming off the back of a brilliant win against Inter Milan, winning 3-1. Man United coming off the back of a brilliant win against Man City, beating them 2-0. So both teams are coming into this game with, with their shoulders puffed up. The chest is out right now. So it's going to be fitting for a good game, hopefully anyway. But before I get into all of this, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that like button, comment, subscribe, follow, do all of the jazz to obviously help uplift the show. And also, most importantly, or just as important, press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my shows. It's all Arsenal talk here. So on today's show, I'm going to be talking about like how I'm feeling about the teams, as I said, the players, individual players as well. I'm going to mention in terms of like what players I feel like can make an impact. And just as important as well, seeing how Man United are going to come into this game because they've got a new interim manager, although he's managed Man United before and managed them against us. Actually, he beat us as well. I think it was 3-2. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to approach the game. Because if it was Ruben Amorim, then we kind of know, innit? Like, yeah, this is how he's going to set up. But with Michael Carrick right now, it's a bit of the unknown. So I'm going to be talking about that as well. But yeah, kickstart off with Arsenal off the back of a brilliant win, as I said, against Inter Milan. Not many would have seen that happening, but we performed very, very well. Actually, it was a really, really good game, considering the fact that we made some real changes. Like we made a lot of changes. But we saw the likes of Gabriel Jesus taking his chance to start the game with 2 goals. And then Gyökeres, who was on the bench, who came off the bench, he came on and scored a brilliant goal. I've not been the biggest admirer. I want to say that because if I say like I don't like him or don't support him, it's going to sound a bit crazy. I haven't been the biggest admirer of Gyökeres. I've not really seen what the hype has been all about. But it was good to see that he was able to take his chance, score that goal, because I feel like right now, it's all about confidence. If you can get a bit of confidence, then we might be able to see something. I'm not banking on it. Well, I'm hoping because I want him to do well. Let me just get that right. I want him to do well. I'm hoping that he can find some type of form from now on to the end of the season. But he's going to have to work hard at it, man. It's not just going to come to him. So hopefully with goals that he scored against Inter Milan, it's going to give him the confidence that he needs. And then he could take that confidence into the game. I will be talking about the starting lineup that I want to see start the game, and also talk about individual players that I feel that may, might make an impact, because I feel like it's going to be a tight game regardless. And I say that because we're coming off the back of 2 0-0 draws in the Premier League. It's not been all the way free flowing. Yes, we've had some big results like against the likes of Aston Villa, Tottenham. We beat them with high scoring, score lines for the games. But more times we're facing a lot of low blocks. The games have been difficult. The set pieces have been bailing us out, which I don't care. We've got to find a way. So I probably would say in the Champions League, we've got more freedom. Teams are coming at us. They're playing as well. They're not sitting back. Champions League is all about being expressive, expansive, doing your thing. You've got to appease your fans as well. Where in the Premier League, you're fighting for points, innit? So everybody's fighting. Teams are sitting back. So I hope with that performance that we had against Inter Milan, just going to give us a bit of confidence to come into this game and do what we need to do. I will go into how I feel that Man United are going to approach the game. But before I do, actually, let me go into that. The way I feel that Man United is going to approach the game. Like I said, Ruben Amorim, we knew probably play like 5 at the back, keep it quite compact, wing backs and all of that kind of stuff, which has not really been bearing any fruit for him with Man United. I've not really rated his time at Man United. I actually predicted that they will finish 10th. I might have to revise that. I'm man enough to hold my hand and say things may change for them. But I was so convinced by what I was seeing that I predicted, like, you know what, I think that Man United is going to finish 10th this season. Now they got an interim. They might have a new manager bounce. We saw it with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He was finding ways to obviously get performances. And then, you know, he pushed them up the table. So with Michael Carrick, that might be the case. So this is why I'm saying, for me, Arsenal fans, please do not go into this game thinking it's going to be a walkover. We're going to smack up Man United. Oh, they're in the mud. They're this, they're that. No, man. It's still Man United. They've still got quality players like Cunha's and Mbuemo's, you know, Amadialo's, Bruno Fernandes. They've still got quality players. I don't know how you feel about Sesko, but, you know, on any given day, he can turn up and score a goal. So these players always find a way of turning up against Arsenal. We faced them at their ground at Old Trafford, and, you know, they were happy. That was like their game of the season, like, you know, a game or two into the season. I think it was the first game, was it? I can't remember anyway. And that was the game of the season for them. Like, they were so gassed. They lost 1-0, but they were so gassed. But the players, they turn up, man. And I don't know what it is about Arsenal. And they've shown it against Man City as well. They had a brilliant result against Man City, beating them 2-0. But when they face big teams, they like their rival teams, they step up, man. They start having all of these Ballon d'Or performances. So we've got to be careful. We cannot be complacent. We cannot go into this game and think to ourselves, it's only Man United, man. They're, you know, they're nothing. No, go into this game with a mindset. So that's the fans, the players. Be on it. Be on it. How I see Man United, just to finish up on Man United, approaching this game, I believe it's all going to be the Fergie ball style. It's all going to be Fergie ball because Man United are so obsessed with this Man United DNA, aka Fergie ball, man. They call it Man United DNA, but it's all Fergie ball, and they still want to play like that. So, which means, if you remember, the way Fergie used to approach Arsenal games is they'll, you know, sit back, soak in all the pressure, and then they will just spring that counter. You know, they had players that can, you know, very good on the counter. I remember the days of like Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, Nani, all these guys, man. Once they on a counter, lethal. And like I said, man, Man United still got players that can still offer that. So we've got to be careful. And that's how I see them approaching. I don't really see them coming to try and play against us, being expansive, trying to go toe to toe. Although the way Man United fans and just in terms of what we're hearing from the Man United, bubble is that it's a free hit for them. They're just like, boy, going into this game, knowing that obviously they were going to sack Ruben Amorim. They was going to have an interim manager for the game against Man City. They beat them, got 3 points. And imagine if they were able to beat us or get a draw. That's an additional point that they probably would have fought with Ruben Amorim, or just before that they wouldn't get nothing out of those 2 games. So they're going to come into this game confident as well. Don't forget, confident that they beat Man City. And if you hear the way they're talking right now, boy, like they feel like they can win. They feel like they can win. So we cannot give them that. We can't give them that. You know, we've got to chop that confidence down, man, come Sunday. And so that's Man United. But moving back to Arsenal, like I said, the confidence that we can take from the Inter Milan game, although Premier League is a bit different, and I know that Man United will be sitting back, doing a low block thing. They will take heed from the other teams that have come to Arsenal, to the Emirates, you know, the likes of Liverpool, Man City, all kind of sat back. and defended. So I feel like the way we just need to approach the game is just with the confidence of knowing, like, if we control the game and when we have our opportunities to just be lethal, potent. So this is why I'm saying it's just like, I love the way that we scored the goals, giving our strikers the confidence. Gabriel Jesus off the back of a lengthy layoff, like 11 months, and he's come back and he's been chomping at the bits, man. Like, his fitness has been great. He's sharp. He looks hungry. You know what I mean? And he's just, he's ready to go, man. He's ready to go. In terms of Gyökeres, I like the fact that he came off the bench and just be like, look, man, I want to give the manager a bit of a headache, you know, like, in terms of picking. So that's going to be an interesting thing as well. Who's going to start the game? And I'll go into that as well straight away. The team that I want to see, considering the fact that I'm hearing that there's a few players coming back from injury, I'm looking at the defensive line first. If we can have our main defense that, you know, at the big earlier on in the season where we weren't even conceding shots on goal, let alone goals, because I've been a bit concerned about the way we're conceding goals lately. I want to see Calafiori, Gabriel Magalhaes, Saliba, Timber, obviously Ray and goal. That's the back line. Yeah, that's the defense. Let's get back to being solid as a rock. You know what I mean? And then obviously midfield, Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard. Come on, my guy. Got to fix up, man. Like, this is the time where we need you. We need you. We need you to start dragging us, man. You're the captain. You know what I mean? We're seeing Rice dragging us through games. Like, we need to start seeing you doing the same as well, man. Give us our KDB moments as well, man. Then Saka. Gonna say a little bit on Saka as well. Come on, man. Just need you to up the performances a little bit as well. Then I want to see Trossard, and I'm going to give you my reasons of why, you know, certain players that might have been obvious to start are not starting. I want to see Trossard, and I want to see Gabi Jesus. I want to see Gabriel Jesus to start. Now, the reason why I want to see that team, especially up top where Trossard and Gabriel Jesus to start, is where I see Man United doing a whole sitting back, trying to do counter attacks and stuff like that. I don't know if I don't think much is going to happen in the first half, but come second half, where Man United are still kind of doing the same thing, they're going to be leaving gaps in behind when they're doing the counter. And that's when I want to see the likes of Martinelli and Gyökeres, who operate so much better when there's space in behind. You know what I mean? That's when it operates so much better. So hopefully we score a goal or two before that, which then undoubtedly leaves Man United no choice but to come out and play and try and, you know, get a goal back for themselves. And then most obviously the space is going to be in and behind and we can exploit that. That's what I want to see. I want to see Arsenal really, really approach this game with the mindset of knowing, like, look, man, yes, Man United are in the mud right now. They're not doing so well, rare tear, but we could not take them lightly. You know what I mean? They're playing once a week in comparison to us, who've been playing in the Champions League. You know what I mean? 7 out of 7, doing our thing. Magnificent 7. But, you know, the time for rest, we've got less rest time than Man United. So they're going to be fresh. They're going to be up for it. So come Sunday, man, that's why it was good to see a good rotation. We rotated the side very, very well, giving, you know, certain players rest, even though certain players did come on. They got the minutes in the legs, but, you know, rest nonetheless. So come Sunday, I want them, man, looking in good shape. There's talks that players are coming back from injury. By the time this comes out, hopefully we get some even better news and good news in regards to just everybody being back. I even want to see Havertz, man. You know, Havertz make an impact as well in this game. Like, you know, this is the game for you just to come and do something when you come on the pitch. Hopefully, you know, he has that opportunity. But yeah, man, let me know what you think, because I'm giving you my feeling about things and how I feel about Sunday. I just, you know, many Arsenal fans that I've been hearing, you know, I'm going to put it out there, that are talking, oh, we're going to smack them. We owe them one. I'm just like, chill, man. How many times have we been saying this? We owe this team one. We owe that one. We got to smack this. And then You know, we've not done it. City, Liverpool, to name a few other teams, man. Like, just let's go into this game. The main objective is to get the 3 points. Yeah, by any means necessary, get these 3 points. We've had 2 draws on the bounce in the Premier League. We need a win, regardless. That's why it was so good to win in the Champions League, although it's different competition, but just to get that winning feeling back, it was so brilliant to do that. So yeah, man, let me know how you feel. Put your comments down below. I don't give predictions and stuff like that, like score predictions, because I just have a funny thing about that, because I never get it right, and I don't call it me jinxing it or whatever it is. I don't like doing it, but I'm confident enough that we're going to put in a good display. I hope we put in a good display, and we need these 3 points. And then, hopefully I'll be smiling on the other side, coming back for a match review, talking about the match, talking about how we won and stuff like that. So fingers crossed on the game. But like I said, it's a big game. But put your comments down below. You guys can let me know, the score predictions, how you feel the game's going to be, and are we going to win, lose, or draw? Let me know, man. Put your comments down below, and then come back on a review, and then we'll talk about it. Yeah. So with that being said, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, push that notification button so that you don't miss out on any of my shows. And until the next time here on a Dash of the Gunners, peace.